We quite often think of children and their competencies as individuals, whereas really we should always be thinking of it in a social context. Everything we do, all our motivation is linked to other people and how we feel that we belong to them and what their views of us are, etc. Human beings are ultra-social species. There's nothing worse for us than being excluded from the group. In fact, we have separate kind of brain circuitry that monitors all the time whether we're excluded. It's linked into our pain centers. Literally, if we feel excluded, if we feel isolated, it's like a physical pain. And evolutionary psychology says the reason for that is because we had to be in groups. If we weren't in groups, we wouldn't survive. So you had to be part of a group. Anyone who was outside of the group and excluded would not have survived in a very hostile world. So there's an inbuilt need for us to be part of the group and to be valued by that group and to share some of the values of that group. That's at a really basic human level. So any motivation and learning has to be within that connection. So children will always look for, where do I belong? How do I fit in? The most fundamental question they will think about the teacher is, do they like me? Are they interested in me? Can I trust them? It becomes a really vital part, and I'll often ask teachers, if I'm doing any training, to say, tell me about an inspirational teacher you had, someone who really made a difference for you, who motivated you, and they'll tell me that they were interested in their lives, that they had a sense of humour, that they treated them like a real person. And all they ever talk about are the relationships and the emotional things. No one ever says they had a great knowledge of their subject. No one ever said they delivered fantastic worksheets. What they talk about is how they made them feel as a person. So that relationship, in fact, in terms of positive to negative interactions, the comments that a teacher might make for a relationship, the research would say for that to work really well, they have to give 5 positives per 1 negative. And that's because 1 negative in a relationship counts for so much. If someone says something nice to us, pays us a compliment, it's nice for a short while, and then it kind of disappears. If someone insults us or says something horrible to us, then we're still thinking about that 10 days later, 10 years later. We're still thinking about, he said that about me. So we're very sensitive to relationships. So building that sense, so the child's sense that you care for them, and then also within that is building that sense of affiliation and relatedness to others in the class, which is why such an emphasis needs to be made on collaboration, on collaborative activities, on allowing young people to work together in groups, to learn about the skills of doing that, to feel part of a group, to see what they contribute uniquely, what it is they bring to it. Too often in schools, it's individual work and competitive. I'm not saying competition is wrong, but if you take that on and we want children to have skills for life and to be motivated, then the work of the world is done in groups. The thing that people want is, can you get on with other people? Can you work as part of a team? Can you do that? So working right from the start with young people on how to develop the skills that they need to be part of a group, to contribute and to get a sense of connection is absolutely vital.